actually giving feedback now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not bad. So with the TH, he's voicing a little bit too much far out on the sides, so it kind of comes through underneath the canine teeth, so it should come a little bit more straightforwards. He needs to focus on getting the articulation between the teeth and the tongue more than just, you know, the teeth and the roof of the mouth. When you're asking a yes/no question, the articulation needs to go up at the end. The video it's pretty cool. I mean, he obviously put a lot of work into it, putting in the visuals and the background music and stuff like that. For these kind of videos, it'd be helpful, I think, to bring down the volume of the music a little bit, just because it'll make it a little easier to hear him. Consonant clusters were a little bit challenging, so that's something he can work on. One of the things he can do to practice that would be if he's reading from a book or something like that, and at the same time he has maybe an iPhone or any other kind of smartphone or something. Not necessarily recording, but there are many apps that a person can download that will transfer speech into writing on the actual iPhone or whatever. I think it's preloaded. Like when you ask a question to Siri, it writes out on Siri what your question is.
Yeah.
So, you'd read from your book, and you look to see, do all the words, does it all match? And if you see something doesn't match, that's a sign, right there with that word, you have a challenge of pronunciation. So you should go back and focus on some of the sounds with those trouble words. It's not a perfect way to practice, but it's one of the ways that I practice, like when I was learning French, for example. And it's useful because it's cheap. Well, it's not even cheap. It's free if you've already got this stuff, and it's something you can easily do just about anywhere. The last thing is he could work on what we call shower conversations. Because he has a decent understanding of basic grammar and pronunciation, he can produce speech, but he needs to make it more natural. And one of the ways you make it more natural is using it more. Now, we can't be chatting with somebody in a different language all the time, but we have our minds. So we can hold a conversation in our head, holding both sides of the conversation and thinking word for word, sound for sound, everything that we do need to say. Now, obviously this takes a little bit of focus, and that's why we call it a shower conversation. It's something you can do when you're doing anything that doesn't require much attention, like washing dishes or taking a shower. So this is not something to do when you're riding a motorbike, you know, or sitting in class. This is something when you're completely zoned out and you just want to get some sort of 10 or 15 seconds for role-playing a scenario in your head. That will help lead to the general fluidity that he's looking for. So all in all, TH needs to be more tongue and mouth, less tongue and tongue and teeth, less tongue and roof of mouth. Improve the fluidity. You need to have an ascending terminal on yes and no questions only. And did I mention anything else? Consonant clusters, yeah. So there was 4 things more than anything else. Otherwise, yeah, it was good. Liked it. Yeah. Bravo.